I don't know if you'll hear the wind, but it's absolutely howling out there. Gusting up to 50, 60 today. And it looks like it's going to continue for a few more days, so it's going to put the kibosh on any exploration I'd planned. But I'll give you a little update on the last video when I had a blurred black image on one of the cameras. When I took the card home and put it into the laptop, it wouldn't let me look at the card. It wanted to format the card first. So I thought, well, if I format the card, I'm going to lose the pictures. So I thought, well, I'll put the card back into the trail camera and try and send it via cable to the laptop. Again, put the card into the trail camera, and again, it came up as wanting to format the card. So there was no way I could look at the pictures that I'd already seen at the location. So if I formatted the card, I was going to lose them. So I couldn't find a way around it, so I had to give up. But I don't think it was anything significant, that black shape. It's probably something that just popped up in front of the camera like that. You know, maybe a pine marten or something. So I've put that SD card to one side. I'm not going to use that anymore. That might be faulty now. So what else? I've been digging up a few more historical sightings from around the county. One in particular is quite an interesting one about a large black cat being seen stampeded by a small herd of sturks at one location, and in the words of the chap who saw it, the cat was getting the worst of it. So obviously the sturks weren't happy with its presence. That would have been something to see. So that was someone else dug up all these old sightings on a local website. So I've compiled them all and put them off to Paul McDonald. So hopefully they'll be good enough to actually put on the map, or a research team map. Now, what I'm planning doing over the Christmas break is getting out as much as possible to a few locations. One I'm going to go back to is where a couple of years ago I saw what may have been a juvenile puma. I didn't realise it at the time. I certainly thought I was looking at a very large hybrid wildcat of some sorts. But later that year, when we had our first gathering of the team, I was speaking to Paul McDonald and I was recounting what I'd seen that day. And he told me that he'd been speaking to a woman only a few weeks before that who'd helped rear puma cubs. I think she'd worked at a sanctuary somewhere, possibly. I can't remember the exact details. They'd talked about things like colourings and markings on young pumas. And he said to me, well, from what the description you've given, you may have seen a juvenile puma. So I thought, right, okay, that's one thing I will do, is go back there, because there's a track that goes up over the hill in the direction it went. And we're just going on the basis of where a cat's been once, it'll come past again at some point. So we'll follow that track. There are trees up there. We can have a look around there and see if we find anything. But I think that's it. There's nothing else really doing. Just getting the usual deer and other wildlife on the trail cams. I was going to talk about, the cat that I saw a few weeks ago, back end and tail of it. Well, what I'll do now is the tail. I was thinking about the tail, how bushy it looked. And randomly on YouTube up came the video for Luna the panther in Russia. And there's one where she's out in the snow with the Rottweiler chasing it, and you can see how bushy her tail is out in the cold. So this is a picture of it, a screenshot from the video, so you can see that, and you can see what I mean about the bushiness. But like I said at the time, the tail was held straight level with the back of the cat as it disappeared into that ferns. Now, if cats keep their timetable, that one should be back in that area now. So if I get the chance, I'll be going there at the weekend if the winds die down, or possibly before that. Again, wind dependent, and have a look around, and maybe we'll see it again, or at least catch it on thermal possibly. But that's about it. I think that'll do it for the video. Short one, but there's not much going on just now due to the weather and that. So we'll see you again in the next one.